get a lot of ones that kind of roll out like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of spin usually.
Because you're looking at landing this thing probably halfway there and kind of roll the half, but we don't want to chase it out that far.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So to me, it looks like that club is coming in, handle kind of leading a little too much. I'd say even a little too shallow, especially to get a ball to kind of land and stop a little softer. So let me see the club for a sec. Stand right here. I'll kind of give you a little visual what we're looking at. So when we're setting up to chip and we need the ball to, let's say, fly as far as it's going to roll, or maybe even potentially fly a little further than we actually want it to. There's more fly than roll out on like that. We want to stay away from coming in too shallow and letting that toe kind of roll over, okay, and having a strong kind of lead with that handle, okay. I'd like to see, if we can get that shaft lean at address, maybe be just slightly in front. We don't want a whole bunch. When we do that, that leading edge really starts to be able to work then. Our room for error just isn't very much, because as soon as that angle, that leading edge works in there, it's just very hard to be consistent, okay? So ball position about middle. We want to have just a little bit of shaft lean, not a ton, okay? And then when you work that club back, I'd work on it, working a little bit more what feels like maybe what you're going to feel like is to the outside, but it's just really more vertical. And so it can come down on just a little steeper plane. And then when it exits, we want to keep that face a little bit more open. Okay, so we don't want to take away that loft. The reason for potentially that chunk and that long one are one and the same in, the chunk came in and you were just maybe a little, maybe your weight wasn't quite perfect. Maybe it moved a little back. The leading edge got in just a little bit. We chunked it. The next one, the handle's kind of pulling forward. There's not a lot of loft on the club anymore. And now all of a sudden with the toe kind of rolling over, that's where we're going to get a little rut. Exactly, right? So we want to keep about middle, shaft barely in front, a little steeper, kind of more direct down. And when we finish, if we hold that finish, that face should be more open, okay? So if I get in here, put my hands on there, not a lot of lean, get that thing more vertical, get that face a little bit more open, kind of lands a little softer, and it works out just like that. So we want to keep that face a little more open. So I'd say, the next ones you're hitting, I want to see less shaft lean, okay? Club working a little more vertical, and see if we can get that face when we finish a little bit more towards the sky right there, okay? All right, let's go ahead and hit a few.